All right, as promised, I'm back. But unfortunately, this is gonna have to be a relatively quick one. I had to go out and do that 24-hour shift again tomorrow, so there will be no. Okay, let's get right to it. Let's not waste any time. Give myself at least 30 minutes. Let's see where we left off. I made a couple of. I fixed that sprite, so the sprite's actually on the x-axis now. And I'm pretty sure I fixed Mia's back turn. I actually had to darken it up. We'll be doing a little bit of work on this. We'll get ready with Aseprite. Go from there. So this has to be a thing, unfortunately. Just wait for the movie. I'm gonna give it 2 watches. I had to fix Mia's layer. That's the problem layer. To really move at it. Nothing too crazy. I think we're good with this single view. Fuck. That just threw me so off. That's the lo-fi. Should be noted, action is still super sus. Unfortunately, there'll be random disconnects, but it connects immediately again. There's nothing I can do. We'll tell internet. I'm just happy I'm able to stream. All right, we're gonna do a funny. All right, I do hate the fact that no, it's fine. There is limitations. So if people are familiar with fighting game, what Mia's doing right now is the anime dash. When she attacks, or her back dash, it's a back focused attack. She's kind of sort of doing an anime dash. If you've ever played an anime fighter before, so if to give an example, if you're playing like Blaze Blue, Blood, they dash like this. I've tried doing running animations. It does not look good, and it's a lot. It's a lot of extra work. So what I'm probably gonna do, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I know this song. We'll give ourselves a couple different. That should be fun. Let's do a cool pan out shot. just for cinema. So like I mentioned before, if you don't have access to your camera, just turn it on and turn it back on again. This might be a little bit... No, it's fine. It's fine. But yes, if you don't have access to your camera, just turn it on and off, then should be good to go. So here's what we're gonna do. Not that. Get the zoom in a little bit more. Should be good. Sort of keyframe. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna move this with the x-axis in order to keep things uniform. We're gonna add a tween to this. I click it anywhere in between the keyframes. I like using ease in and out because it looks natural. We're gonna add a keyframe right here to bring it right there. Give this a few extra frames. We're not gonna do anything with we're not gonna do any easing. We're gonna keep it just focused on that. Give me a sec. Right. We'll insert a keyframe here. Do a zoom out to go right back on me. The x-axis on 0, the y-axis. Put the zoom back on 100. Right click anywhere in between. Create a classic tween. Go easy out. And we're good. I have no idea how this is gonna look. So we're gonna add about 10 extra frames on both of them just in case. The more frames the better for the good slow transition. And 8, 10. So in a couple of days we'll be starting the next section of this. Even when I'm not on duty. Sorry about that. So we're approaching the cap for this. 16,000 is the limit for Adobe Animate. We're just pushed about. We're making our way there. We got like 5,000 frames. So in a couple of days we'll be starting the next section. Excuse me. So this could be at least a 2-hour video. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. All right. Perfect. We're gonna be stuck in this map for a while until we actually transition back to the minority section, which is actually finally about to be over, and we're gonna be transitioned. I just wanted to put the spotlight on minority and me file, just because they're not. I personally feel they're not properly utilized, especially minority. You only fight her literally 1.5 times. And after Mercury, it kind of just is just there. She has no impact. And again, for people that are new here, this is a reimagining of the Golden story. We'll try to keep things as close to the mythos as possible, but it's more adult oriented and more mature. All right, so that might be. Grab me a. but have her look. Let's zoom in. All right, let's get the. So me, y-axis. Let's turn off the camera case. Whenever you're working with a camera, when you're using the X and Y axis, you kind of want it off because the camera can kind of mess things up. But I think we're so one. Oh, 761. What? I knew. Sometimes it's not. Here's where. Wow. Not bad, huh? So we just have to adjust Mia's looking sprite a little bit. This is why onioning is your best friend. Compare and contrast. Let's take off the camera. Taller. Yeah, so I have to really make it. So I know it's kind of hard to see, but you actually see this keyframe here. So we just need to make her a little tiny. All right. That's really close. Cool. All right. Perfect. There we go. So what we're going to do is a couple extra frames. Insert keyframe. Transform. Horizontal. A little bit horizontal. Back turned. Reason why I'm the weight. Okay, watch the movie. If the camera's not on, I'll be very salty. I'm probably gonna be 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So 15 more minutes. I do apologize, but find out that we're gonna be on 24 hours tomorrow. Just damn it. Oh, that's the ongoing gag continues. Always remember to turn on the camera. Oh. Interesting. Let's add the frames. Camera stick. Save it. Found out I got the 24-hour shift, unfortunately. We shall be fine in 2 more months. Mission ends July 13th. Very long. But it's good because at least these 24-hour shifts let me a lot of time to actually figure out things in regards to this story. Just some lore scripts done. I was able to finish 2 of them soon. And this, decided yesterday, I'm gonna make this past 2-hour video. Be part 1, start part 2 in a couple of days. As soon as I run out of space. Part 2 will be primarily focused on that. We can finally wrap up our house. And spoilers, we're expecting a lot of crazy stuff to happen going towards Toby. We're not gonna get there for a while because there's a lot of crazy shenanigans. I'm gonna flesh out the new characters that. Don't mind the Phoenix, that's just there for testing purposes. I just want to see how enemies will work. Because enemies are a lot harder than character sprites. Like Death over there. He only has two sprites. That's it. Like even Hart's Frankenstein creation had to do a lot of crazy stuff. Unknown / Karis you had to make from the ground up. I'm very happy the way it came out. Like a lot of these sprites, besides the normal cast of hooligans, we got to make from. We're probably gonna be listening to a lot more to keep things chill. And as usual, if anybody has any suggestions, just let me know. This is a community-based project. If you have something that you want me to try out, I'll try add it in there. I'm always open to constructive criticism because I'm always trying to improve on this. This project, I'm very happy with the way it came out. I would never have thought, hell, Golden Sun JRPG sprites would have worked in a sprite animation. Here we are. This project definitely is a lot of work. And as usual, this would not be possible for you guys. This is definitely very, very difficult. And the support definitely helps out. Appreciate the people that stopped by. But hey, let's make this thing a good project. That has to be a lot slower. So we're gonna add the frame. But before we do that, we have to go back to let's add the frames right. So 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 9, 10. I like doing 10 frame intervals. But yes, like I said, something like this would not be possible without you guys' support. So thank you very much for the people who stopped by and give me suggestions. Just overall support the project. Hope Nintendo never shuts this down. All right. So we've added the frames. We just got to go back to Minority and pick something real. You're all. All right. Oh, okay. That's weird. So the camera just has to be up a little, just so we don't see this section. I think that should be. Let's keep it up. I wonder. Let's watch this, then we'll go. I wasn't a fan of that little port showing. And do I actually have enough time to actually do a price thing? We'll watch this. I'll do something real quick, and we'll wrap it up. I do apologize for the relatively quick stream. We found out I'm about to work tomorrow. And in the military, you'll learn the hard way. You don't have a choice. It's sir, yes, sir, ma'am, yes, ma'am. It was really a good idea changing this to dark sky instead of having overcast now. It makes Minority look a lot more imposing. It blends a lot better with her dull violet scheme. Yes, perfect. Oh, okay, that's. I'm gonna show off enemies because I've discussed this with people in the past before. There's a big influence on demonic enemy who we're gonna reference in the plane that Mia's in right now. So we're gonna show off how enemies function. Not a lot. So we're gonna have to do some funky stuff. We'll use the Druge as an example. Let's see. Once we had the shaking there. Hey, I know this song. Let's take a look. It needs to be a lot. Give this like 10 extra frame. Actually, move the mouse. Jesus Christ. There we go. So that's right. Yeah, right. So let's give this 20 frame. 9, 10, 11, 17. Give it a second. Save. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. The way Mia's moving is fine. We just need her to go left and right. Fortunately, you're going to see a carriage jump scare in a second. I've not removed her sprite. Okay, let's see. Game assets. Enemy. Let's you need a demon. I can use Doomslayers. We just need. Well, let's just say Mia's in a demonic space right now. She's not in hell. She's just in a very. She's in a weird pocket dimension. Let's just say that. I'll figure it out later. Coming up with a concept like this for this world, because generally they don't have it. But they sure as hell have demon enemies. Looking at you for. Okay. Let's see. All right. So enemies like the Dredge, which I'm going to be using. Zoom in a little bit. That's very interesting. You don't have the feet shadow. Okay, that's very interesting. You are very limited. All you can do. I would have to come up with some crazy stuff with you. Alright, so if you wanted to actually put him in environment right now, unfortunately, we can't just copy this and put it in Adobe Animate. We have to save this as a GIF. So what we're going to do, we're going to export this as a GIF. So export as. This is fine calling it export. Put you in. We'll put you in that. Export all. All right, so you're 4 frame. So now let's go back to Adobe Animate real quick. I'll swap over. Give me. All right. He should be at the. Make sure you saved it. You're gonna be doing a lot of, excuse me, you'll be doing a lot of extra work with it. So export. Let's put you. We'll put you under Fluff Effects 2. Temporary. He just here as a temporary example. Zoom in. Let's put you here. Okay, visual. We're going to turn them into a bitmap. But hold on. Actually, very curious. You're not going to be able to. So in a situation like this, you can't turn him into a. Because he's a GIF. So in order for you to get him to work properly, you'd have to take a single frame and work with it. You can't have him how he is. He's not gonna be moving. graphic right second. You have to make him into a graphic to actually get him to move. So what you have to do, this is how he's gonna so in order for us to get enemies to work, we'll turn this into a button. When they're a button, they don't have any animation. You have to use this specific frame as his battle state. We can't have him doing his 4-frame breathing animation because we won't be able to give. First of all, we won't be able to turn it into a symbol because if. So there's a lot of things we have to do in order to get enemies. Which we can do is just really depend. So we'll watch the movie one last time, see how he looks. This may or may not work. All right, I think we're good. Yep. Majority of this project is pretty much a trial by fire. See what can't work. On my end, some of my effects are extremely outdated. Some of them still use ActionScript 2.0, which is not compatible with this version of Adobe Animate. This is why I have to be very, very careful with that I choose. Use effects that aren't compatible with the current version of Adobe Animate, you run the risk of crashing. And if you crash you run the risk of your whole entire project just dying. This happened before on stream. It's a very scary experience. So what we're gonna watch is how the Druge actually, how he is this environment right now. Fun fact: I've never gotten hit by a human hunt. I still don't know what it does. I'm assuming it just kills you. It's an insta kill. I've never gotten hit by it. Druge use human hunt. Okay, cool. I'm all right. One thing that blew my mind the other day was when Minardi's clone just disappeared. That was nutty. Adobe Animate does some weird things that. Don't let this intimidate you from picking a project like this up. This is difficult. I'm not going to deny. I've done a lot of very weird and crazy stuff to get this to work. You're committed, make miracles happen. No judgment over it. I'm surprised we even got him to work. There'll be days where you probably spend like hours on just one sprite. Especially Isaac. Isaac is very hard. Even unknown/Karis over here. You gotta start from the ground up. My favorite part was just coming up with the bow and arrow because this is not a common, this is not a thing at all in the two games. And the reason why Heart's arm is doing that is because she's a Dark Adept. And what Karis did was a light attack, which obviously will hurt her. It would be very, we're going to be exploiting strengths and weaknesses when in regards to elements. I cannot speak. My English is getting better. It's definitely getting better. All right, let's see how the Druge. This is good. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, it'll work. It was just we just can't have him doing the motion because we need him to be a symbol in order for him to modify. All right. Anyways, as usual, hopefully you enjoyed the stream. Apologies for the short stream, but unfortunately, I do have to go do a 24-hour shift. Like, comment, subscribe. If you dislike the video, that just shows me I need to improve on my everything. Besides that, thank you for the constant support on this. Everybody take care, and I'll see you Saturday. Bye-bye.